Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Nell. I'm alongside Catherine Jacobson, and today we are going to talk about how logical reasoning is used as an athletic trainer and during medical attention. Before we get to understand what athletic trainers do and how they use logical reasoning, we have to define what logical reasoning is. Logical reasoning is the process of using a rational, systematic series of steps based on sound mathematical procedures and given statements to arrive at a conclusion. Catherine, now that we know what logical reasoning is, what are athletic trainers and what do they do?
Thank you, Chris. Athletic trainers are highly qualified healthcare professionals who collaborate with physicians to provide preventable services, emergency care, clinical diagnoses, therapeutic intervention, and rehabilitation of injuries and medical conditions. Athletic trainers use logic every day when diagnosing injuries and or coming up with the most practical rehab plan for their players.
Athletic trainers do a lot of work both on and off the field. They work to meet the player's needs before, during, and after a game. Athletic trainers help with stretching, taping, assessing injuries, or helping a player rehab after a game. But Catherine, when a player gets injured, what do athletic trainers do to help?
This is when logic really comes into play here. After athletic trainers have assessed an injury, they must follow general rules and procedures to infer what the next step should be. Inference is one of the most important logical tools a medical professional can use when diagnosing an injury, especially on the field. They have to gather all the information they can while assessing the injury and trying to figure out what's wrong. Inference is what helps athletic trainers decide if an athlete is healthy enough to finish the game or if they need further medical attention.
Once inferring is done, athletic trainers then work with physicians to help improve the situation. They would decide what to do with the player, whether it be sending them to the emergency room, getting an x-ray or CAT scan, or if they just need physical therapy. So once the athletic trainer decides what to do with the player, then what happens next, Catherine?
Without logical reasoning, an athletic trainer wouldn't be able to do what they do on an everyday basis. Even if athletic trainers follow standards and procedures, they still have to be able to logically model and explain their actions. Without logical reasoning, they would not be able to explain why they did what they did to help the player, let alone figure out what was wrong with the player in the first place. Without logical reasoning, a lot of things in life would be a lot more complicated, especially athletic training.